hello, NFT NYC community. Once again, I am looking forward to sharing another conversation with all of you and hope to see you April 12th to the 14th at the Javits North Center for our next event, the 5th annual event, which is amazing. Very happy to introduce all of you to Crypto Tech Women and all the amazing things around that project, the educational community that's been built. So let's get started. For those that don't know much about you or the project that you lead, can you give us a bit of context for that before we jump into the conversation?
Definitely. For everyone out there, my name is Gianina Skarlett. Most of you know me as GT. From my background, I'm a previous software engineer for a generative AI company. I was focused on building cool products and shipping useful things, and then came into the Web3 space in 2021, started as a builder, building Solidity project, and came through and started building Crypto Tech Women, which is a community-centric brand empowering minorities all over Web3. Our focus is learners and builders. And to empower them, we use our educational platform that is on-demand Web3 video courses. We partner with lots of thought leaders and companies like Unstoppable Domains on providing this education. We also provide our members offers to top SaaS tools so they can find like Notion, AWS, all in really big discounts. You can see this in our educational platform. And we also do some really fun in real life events.
Well, maybe we could start with that. So for your community, what's been the impact of the scale by which people are meeting digitally, right? The Twitter Spaces and the Discords and things of that nature. And then the physical events, right? Physical events are back in full swing. NFT Miami is this weekend. What used to be NFT LA was last weekend, right? We have NFT NYC coming up. Consensus is at the end of this month in Texas. Like there's all these amazing IRL gatherings. So for you and your community, talk to us a bit about the benefits of the digital option and the importance of the physical gathering.
That is such a great question. So I think in Web3, you need both to stay here. And sadly, for a lot of people, that's not possible in their countries. Maybe that's not possible in their economic situations. Maybe that's not possible in their physical situations, right? So having the digital, like online environment that we have has been so impactful for people that, may be in India and cannot come to the US to attend this event. So last year, I know we did 2 events during NYC, one being a yacht party with like Blondish and another one being more for networking. And the cool thing is that our team also did an online metaverse NFT NYC event for those that couldn't join. And, that's part of just like the essence of having a community and making sure that they stay updated, they feel included, and they get to enjoy while others may be enjoying IRL and remove that type of FOMO of, if they really can't be here, like why make them suffer, in my opinion. And then for the in real life part of things, I think is so important. And the feedback that I've gotten is that, hey, I made a new friend. Hey, I got a new job. Hey, through this IRL event, we were able to create a partnership, because the power of in-person events obviously can't be replaced. But I am super grateful to have a balance of let's do in real life events around this NFT conferences so we can get the most out of having maybe our community or new communities exposed to what we're doing. And then online having educational courses, educational Twitter spaces, but also just spaces for people to get to know each other, connect, and make a real friend. Both are really powerful.
You used to be a software engineer at an AI company based out of Silicon Valley, and now you're fully engaged in the Web3 community. Both AI and Web3 have gone through different hype cycles and media crashes over the last several years. What has it been like for you to go from software engineer in AI to community builder, educator, NFT project launcher in Web3?
Yeah, it's been really interesting and funny because I feel like I was in AI before it was sexy. Our company started back in 2017. So for me, it's been, kind of a normal thing. And I am really bullish in AI and I can go deep into the technicals, but I do think having worked in a company that enables people to leverage the skills with AI, I'm super bullish about it. And then coming into Web3, I'm still a software engineer. I'm currently the builder for all of our tech, like our educational platform and everything. So it's been fun doing both, but I do agree with you. I feel like when I was in AI, it wasn't sexy. Now we see this huge, huge hype about it. And then in Web3, obviously, like 2021 was such a bull market. 2022 is when things started dying down, but it's just been a really good moment for us to dive deep into, like the education, dive deep into the meaning, dive deep into the ethos and what that means for us and how we're trying to create impact in Web3.
Well, very well said. Very articulate. Very nice to have you with me in that regard. I have thought a bit about, is AI easy and is Web3 easy? And one of the things that I gathered from your social media presence is this sense that you're trying to make it feel easy for people, approachable for people, that they can start with a simple step, jump into a community, like just spend time with us and see where it goes as you become educated and connect with the right people. Do you think that Web3 is easy? Should it be easy? Should we be saying that it's easy just to get people in, only for them to find out the challenges of custodial ownership? Talk to me a bit about that from a branding perspective. How do you try to draw people into your educational opportunity? And how do you also set expectations that can ideally be met and exceeded?
Yeah, that's a great question. So personally, I do love branding things as easy or accessible because I do think that with effort and focus, things can become easy. Nothing's easy if you don't know it, but things can become easy the more that you work on it, the more you read about it, the more that you research, right?
Yes.
So doing your own research always will be like what's behind easy. For ourselves, we do brand ourselves in a way that we want to help people meet them where they're at. Maybe they're not ready to have a wallet. Being your own custodian is a big deal, and I talk about about people all the time. So I've been in all the events, and I try to onboard all my Ubers. So we do have a free newsletter called Path to Web3.xyz, and it's a 30-day newsletter. And with the first things that we go about before even helping you create a wallet, it's about all the scams. Right. And we do a lot of workshops for nonprofits and also for some private companies that hire us to onboard them into Web3, maybe not for them to be community members, but for them to know what it is about. Even before we go into wallets, we go into scams. So I do think the way that we should approach this as a community is beyond just hyping up, like you're going to become a millionaire or the bank owns your money, but like you could own it with MetaMask. It's also giving them the tools to understand what is hygiene in Web3. And moving forward, I think the language that we use tends to be so complex because as humans, we want to feel smart. So when you meet someone new, you're like, oh, do you know the blockchain is a ledger? Oh, you don't know what that means. And like, you didn't even know what that meant.
Right.
So I'm very bullish in just normalizing the language because I think the language is the first barrier to entry in Web3.
I like it. I like the way you frame things. I think the rest of the community will as well. I'm going to share my screen and make sure everybody knows what you have cooking for us at NFT NYC. And I encourage everybody to come and join you when you share. So on Wednesday at 4 p.m. on the community stage, we talk about how to build an NFT project from scratch. Do you want to give us a little preview before we wrap up our conversation about what you're going to talk about and why people would want to come to learn from you?
Definitely. So this is actually part of a bigger session that I do. It's 30 to 45 minutes. I think I'm doing it at consensus. But for NFT NYC, I managed to put this all into 10 minutes. We're going to talk about the foundation of how can you, let's say a non-technical person with no technical friends, how can you come in, not only create a project from scratch, meaning what does it take? How should you prepare your images? What type of images? But I really walk you through the foundation of, the technical parts that you need, tools that you can use to launch a project that are free and super accessible, like super intuitive to use. And then also talking about why do numbers matter and how to do your marketing, how to build an authentic community. And I'm going to do this only in 10 minutes, so I do hope to see you all there. I think it's a 6-step roadmap into it. And I'm really excited to be able to give everyone the opportunity to have the knowledge to know if you want to launch a project or you have someone else that wants to, how can you do it in 7 simple steps?
7 simple steps. What an approachable way to structure it. Thank you so much for jumping on with me. I look forward to spending time with you in New York in a couple weeks.
Thank you so much, Ian. Me too. I can't wait.
Yes. And for everybody that watched our conversation, thank you for your attention. I'll be back again with another conversation just like